Today, we're covering the great Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion, the 1995 hit classic filled with giant robots and attractive waifus.
Neon Genesis Evangelion. Wow.
Oh, and a banger of an intro song. While a remake has been made, I'll be focusing on the original for today. With that, it's time for us to get in the robot and go over my reasons why Asuka Langley Soryu is waifu material. Some minor spoilers for the anime. First appearing on episode 8, she makes quite the first impression, at first crushing Toji's hat and giving everyone quite the view. Appearance-wise, she's got a unique mix of German and Japanese blood, resulting in her adorable appearance, complete with those bold blue eyes and light brown hair styled in twin tails. On a side note, she's actually a citizen of the good old US of A. Known as the second child at NERV.
Did you say nerd?
She's the proud and loud-mouthed pilot of Eva Unit 2, and she isn't afraid to show it, constantly wearing her A10 NERV clips even when outside the Eva. At work, she can normally be seen wearing the famous red Plugsuit that shrinks to become skin-tight. Well, most of the time. And to match the Plugsuit, Eva Unit 2 is also designed with a red color scheme in mind. As mentioned by Asuka, Unit 2 is one of the more modern designs, built specifically for combat. Covered with over 12,000 plates of armor, it can withstand all sorts of conventional fire. It's armed with a needle gun and box cutter, progressive knife, capable of slicing through jets like butter. As an Eva pilot, Asuka is simply amazing, capable of pulling off complicated maneuvers and dealing insane damage. Among the pilots, Asuka is certainly the most skilled, who at one time single-handedly took on a whole battalion, caught a missile with her face, and even battled multiple Eva-like enemies. She's also the most aggressive pilot, often biting off more than she can chew. To her credit though, she has incredible determination to push through high-pressure missions that quickly go south. Whenever she's not piloting on Eva, Asuka attends the local Japanese school. However, as the only foreigner, she gets all sorts of attention from the boys, including love letters in her locker. Despite being the new kid, she wasn't afraid to stand out and try to assert her dominance over the other Eva pilots. Now, when it comes to academics, Asuka's a little behind everyone, as she still has some trouble reading kanji. Little do we know that she's already a college graduate and quite the science whiz. On a side note, between the pilots, she's actually very perceptive, being the only one that sees through Misato's facade. As for the men in her life, Asuka has a huge crush on Kaji, her acting guardian and certified lady killer. Whenever he's around, Asuka will openly express her affection, while at other times bring him to some unusual activities. However, given the age difference, she's no match for Misato, who's already had some history with Kaji. So moving on to Plan B, it's none other than Mr. Ikari, Shinji Ikari. By now, you can already tell that Asuka is quite the tsundere, which is probably a front to hide any insecurities. At times, she can be really mean to Shinji, often bossing him around and outright insulting him. Although sometimes, it feels like these insults are her own special way of getting Shinji to not be so spineless. As part of the story, Asuka ends up moving into Misato's place, and boy does she have a lot of stuff. Living together with a boy, this naturally leads to some tense situations. Which is funny, cause she somehow calls him out by accident later on. Much later in the story, Asuka asks Shinji for a kiss, just cause she's bored, unconventionally pinching his nose and turning him blue, or green? By now, it's no doubt that Asuka has some sort of feelings for Shinji, always eager to impress him. Referencing the remake for a second, we even catch Asuka cooking for Shinji, which she was quick to deny. Also, during the Pacific Fleet tour, she stole Shinji away from the group just to show him around and boast about her Eva Unit 2. Right at this time, the fleet was attacked by an angel, giving Asuka her chance to show off.
Yes.
Being the prideful pilot that she is, she had the nerve to launch Unit 2 without Misato's permission, which was somehow the correct move.
Come on, Asuka!
However, she wanted to impress Shinji, thus forcing him to wear her female Plugsuit and getting in the robot with her, thus causing some technical difficulties.
ちゃんとドイツ語で考えてよ。
わかったよ。バムクーヘン。バカ！
This eagerness to impress Shinji, along with her pride, didn't let her worry about the idea of possibly sinking into the ocean. Instead, they jumped across ships, causing millions in damages. One time, the crew encountered an angel capable of splitting itself in half, which proceeded to embarrass the Evas. Looking to defeat the angel in sync, Kaji comes up with a plan of using music. As predicted by most people, Asuka and Shinji's opposing personalities didn't help at all. But through sheer hard work and a bit of jealousy, Shinji and Asuka were able to dispose of the angel within the time limit, thus ending the fight in style. Well, sorta. All in all, I would say Asuka's a great waifu. While her tsundere personality can sometimes make you want to strangle her, you can be assured that if the world was in danger, she's someone who would stick right by your side. So what do you think about Asuka? Would you get in the robot with her? Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment on Asuka Langley Soryu, our favorite tsundere Eva pilot. Oh, and if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say,
Congratulations! Congratulations!
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations.